Hello everyone, my name is Chris Murphy and thank you for visiting my channel. This channel is all about empowering agents to master their craft and become better leaders. Today was a great day. We helped a family and so that was amazing. Excited about day 4, still here. I got some proud moments and some frustrating moments, so we're going to talk about those. Let's go over the numbers, get things kicked off here. Dials today, I made 178 dials. I had 15 pickups. I had 3 quotes, 3 closes, and my talk time was 200 minutes. So let's talk about the proud things. Good things first. So what am I proud about today? Well, I'm proud that I got to help a lady who wanted insurance for her 3 kids. She was, older person and she wanted this for her kids and grandkids. And so we got into the conversation and we were able to help her out, and then we were doing the email with Transamerica. Now, if you've ever done a Transamerica e-app, the signature is difficult if you don't have a computer, and that was the trick here. This lady did not have a computer. Her son has a computer, but her son and her are in 2 different spots. So she was trying to figure this all out on her phone, and it was rough. We actually called Transamerica like 2 or 3 times. She couldn't figure it out. I had a lady finally walk through. They were so patient, and it was great. I mean, I was getting impatient. It took forever, but we stuck in there. We did what we were supposed to do. We got it done and helped the client, and that's great. It was a really good moment to know again, like this thing is been bothering her, and now she can go to sleep at night and not have to worry about it. So that's pretty proud for me. Also, I've been pretty tired today. I woke up this morning, went to the gym, and I didn't get a good night's sleep last night. And typically, I'm not gonna lie, on these types of days I take a nap. That's what I do. But I didn't today. I stuck through. I maintained. I was at my meetings. I gave energy, feedback in the group on Slack. I, kept dialing, talking, and I'm exhausted now. And you probably see it in my eyes. But I'll tell you what, I got a sense of purpose. And I feel like I'm putting myself out there and really helping people and really trying to strive to get better. And I was in 2 different meetings today, just learning, gathering as much you know, information that I can to get better. I'm always seeking to get better. So that was a proud moment for me today to go through wanting to take a nap and not do it and continue working. So that's a plus. It's a lot sometimes difficult when you're 1099. Now, if you're W2, yeah, there's no nap, but like you don't care sometimes. I'm sure we all in W2 have bad days and maybe not perform that well at work. Well, when you're 1099, that doesn't cut it. You always got to be on, even when you're off. When they pick up, it's like that client you have to give them all of that you got. I've got to give them all that I've got. I've got to be there for them. And they need my full attention. And if I'm not rested, then I can't give them that full. I mean, if I'm not in it, obviously I wasn't rested, but if I'm not in it, if I was W2, I could just be like, yeah, whatever, I don't care, one day, they're not going to fire me. But as a 1099, it don't work like that. You don't help the family, and guess what happens? You don't get to eat. So, yeah, proud moment, frustrating moment today. Let's talk about that. Frustrating moment. Frustrating moment. I had 15 pickups. 15 people picked up the phone, and I was only able to get 3 quotes from one lady. That was frustrating. I couldn't even get rebuttals in. People just hanging up on me. I was talking to people, some of them, wrong number, no worries. Couple people, I had 2 people that swear up and down. I can't believe this. One guy's like, I don't know. He's like, I don't see why I need insurance. I got a $5,000 policy. My house is paid off. My cars are paid off. I prepaid for my funeral already. Extra 5,000. for my daughter, just so she can have, and she can have all the rest of the money that's in the bank, and he got it from work. And I'm like, okay. So I had a couple of those, and then some not letting me get some rebuttals out. And I was actually midway in a conversation with somebody, and they just were hung up on me. So I'm hoping they're okay. I'm hoping it wasn't me. Tried calling them back. Just a really frustrating day to see myself, getting so many people picking up the phone and not being able to connect to them. So I'm going to go back and, listen to some of those and see if is it my tone, how was I approached, or could it just be a bad day, One bad day don't ruin your week. One bad week don't ruin your month. One bad month don't ruin your year. One bad year is not going to ruin your lifetime. So I'm going to chalk it up that today was just a bad day, and that tomorrow I'm going to have a better response, getting into conversations and talking to people, because you can't help anybody if you can't talk to them. That is for sure. So that was pretty frustrating. And then, I'm sure you guys deal with this in your own mind too. But then when you see other people like, popping off, and then you see their activity reports, and you're like, is it me? And a lot of it is conviction and how long they've been doing it, or sometimes it is the day. That person may not make a sale tomorrow. I made a couple today. So the most important thing is for me that I realize to get through my frustration is just mastering the mundane, following your process and system. One person told me in my career that all you got to do, it's all about the system. Fall in love with your process. If you fall in love with your process, everything works out. And that's kind of it. So, I just kept going. And tomorrow, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to follow the process and the system, the structure, and we'll see what it leads. But I'll tell you what, each day I'm getting better and better and feeling better. And I feel like that, I'm getting close to kind of getting back to the old Chris, listening to calls and just sharpening my craft. And that's what it's all about, is just us getting better, so therefore that we can help more people, which helps our family. And then you can get to a point where you can start teaching, and you can start helping other people. And that's my real main goal, is to get to a position where I can help others get out of the rat race of America, where I can help somebody who, was making 20, 30, 40,000, and turn them around into a better father, or a better mother, or a better husband, or a better wife, or child, or student, and actually get them to, have a different life, and financially, emotionally, personally, physically, because it's all one. Be successful, it's a lot more than, for me, I feel like, to be successful, it's a lot more than just numbers. It's more about like what you do for others, how you impact others. How am I going to impact somebody? How am I going to be able to, down the road, show them what they need to do to get through these humps? Because once we get through this hump, I know the other side is gravy, and it's fun and it's exciting, and that's when the real magic starts to happen. So I'm excited about that. Got a quote for you. In one of our meetings, Chris Ball, he's the man over at Lasting Mark. So much empathy. It just exudes from him. I can tell. Never met him, but just, through our conversations. And he said something I want to read here. He said, "My job isn't to respond to the first thing they say. My job is to listen to what they feel." What they feel. It hit home. Because I'm always trying to listen. I want to respond. Me as a man, I want to fix it immediately. Yeah, so as a man, I want to fix it. I want to respond immediately. I don't want the person to suffer. And sometimes dealing with, personal relationships, like my wife, she doesn't want me to fix it. She wants me to listen. She wants me to be there with her in the moment. She wants me to be empathize with her. She's a grown, able body. She can probably fix it and take care of herself. But I know for myself, and I know some of my other friends that are guys are kind of like the same way. Nobody wants to see their significant other suffer. Some of us guys, we just want to fix things immediately. So it was really great because I listen and then I'm trying to respond, listening to respond. But when you can listen and then actually to what they're feeling, not necessarily what they're saying, it changes it. It allows you to get a little bit more personal, closer connection. And I feel like that's really where empathy starts to come out because you're already in it with them. To me, that was impactful. And so each day I'm learning more and more stuff. Lasting Mark is just not about insurance. This company is all about making you a better person. We just do insurance to it's like the widget, but it's way bigger than that. This company is all about making people better in every single aspect. Because the better we are at home, in our community, in our state, is the better the world can be. And I really enjoy that. So I just wanted to share a couple of things with you guys. If y'all like some of this content, please share and subscribe. And if you're interested in finding a home where there's culture, live training, and you're a lot more than just an insurance agent, come check us out. Talk to me, talk to Dana Neeson, talk to Roger Short, Chris Ball. They would all, any one of them would love to show you. Or come on Thursday. We got Meet the Partners every Thursday. You can DM me and I'll give you the link. So you guys have a good night. Take care.